Got it. Well. Preparing, setting up your meeting for custom streaming service. Let's see how that goes. Usually when I see that progress bar, it means that we're already live. Let's come back here. I can see ourselves here. This one is silenced. This window I will close. So I guess it should be working now. So, all right, Luis. Looks like we're live. It's working, man. Since we had some technical issues last week, this week it's going better again. I'm grateful for that. Let me turn off this part right here. And yeah, now that we are streaming, you know, we went from our previous Gym Network YouTube channel over to the GYMSTREET YouTube channel. So from now on, even our AMA live sessions are going to be hosted here as well. This will become the heart of all our YouTube activities, and the Gym Network YouTube channel will still remain, of course, for all the decentralized finance related things that we're offering here in our integrated DeFi platform, which is Gym Network. But today, Luis, I just saw that you prepared some really nice things to talk about the metaverse, about GYMSTREET, the first financial district in the metaverse. So I'm really curious to see what it is that you wrapped your head around and what that you're going to share with us here today.
Awesome. Thank you, Timo. Good afternoon and good evening, GYMSTREET users, GYMSTREET community. What a pleasure, what a great honor to be amongst you this afternoon. And we were going to rock and roll with a number of things today. And welcome to our GYMSTREET AMA sessions that are taking place on every Friday, same time, same place. And probably next week, Timo, we will change the time zones. I'm not sure. Remember, you have a time change, or is still the same for you? Is it still the same for you?
It's still the same. It remains 1400 UTC. We changed to summertime over here in Germany. So that means we forwarded the clocks by 1 hour. They stole us some sleep, and I'm still having a hard time catching up on that 1 hour, even after almost 1 week. However, yeah, it's just that we are going to start 1 hour later regarding to our time zone, and it stays 1400 UTC just as it is.
Fantastic. Thank you, Timo. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had a call from someone who was asking me, Luis, what is new in the blockchain space? And I'm so excited that today we are here once more time to talk about GYMSTREET. Welcome to GYMSTREET AMA session, one of the fastest developed financial district in the metaverse. My name is Luis, and I am with Timo today, one of our master moderators within GYMSTREET, and we are looking forward probably to be joined by Alberto, the system designer, towards the end of the call. If he doesn't make it, that's it. But because due to the other commitments within his work flow, he might be coming late, or he might not be coming at all. So what are these AMA sessions entailed with? We do these AMA sessions to keep you informed of what is taking place within GYMSTREET, and not only GYMSTREET, but also in the global market of blockchain. And at the same time, we are also here to answer your questions. You might be having questions and you might not be understanding of what is taking place within GYMSTREET and the project as a whole. So we are here also to answer your questions. So if you have a question, please don't hesitate to comment on the comment section, or to write to us on Telegram, wherever means that are convenient for you, on Twitter, on Instagram. We are available there. And not only that, we also host these AMA sessions to keep you updated on each and every development that takes place within GYMSTREET. So we are so grateful that you are part and amongst of the community. because you are one of the pioneers, not only within GYMSTREET, but in the metaverse technology as a whole. So thank you so much for being with us even today. We keep covering a number of topics, not only GYMSTREET, but we keep covering a number of blockchain hottest topics in the marketplace. So today we will be talking about a number of things, not only GYMSTREET, but also let's look at the metaverse, because we have a number of people that keep asking questions like, what is the metaverse? What is this all about? What is this topic all about? What does it entail? Where is it heading to? Right? So today we want to look at all that in a brief session, not only to take you through everything else, but we will take a look at a brief definition of the metaverse and also GYMSTREET. Okay, so you might be wondering and saying, you are here, you are attending this MS session for the first time, or you have been with us, but you don't have a clue of what is the metaverse, right? So today I'm with Timo. Timo will help me along the way as we are going through this. So you might be asking yourself, what is the metaverse? The metaverse, in simple terms, or in simple definition, it is an interconnected virtual world, okay? It is an interconnected virtual world where you as a user can interact, and not only interact, also you have an opportunity to create, not only just create, but also to explore this virtual world. So this is an interconnected world with a real world, whereby you are able to do any kind of business, not only in the physical world, but also in the virtual world. So it's a concept that users can create their own virtual worlds and explore the virtual worlds created by others. So for example, with GYMSTREET, we have an opportunity whereby you can be able to create or to purchase your own land and have our company, which is IMFX, develop the building that you desire in your virtual world. So you have an opportunity also to have other people using your own digital property in order to create a stream of income. Not only that, the metaverse is powered by blockchain technology. Remember, blockchain technology is not a new baby technology. It's an old innovation right now, because it's been more than 10 years speaking about the blockchain technology now. It started with Bitcoin, where the innovation came, the revolution when it comes to the financial system. So now we have an advancement of this blockchain technology that is bringing on the digital world into the reality with this metaverse. So the metaverse is powered by blockchain, number one. Number two is it's secure, and not only that, it's transparent and immutable transactions within the blockchain, meaning that with all the NFT transactions that they are all open source, you are able to see the transactions within the blockchain technology. So the metaverse is powered by blockchain technology. Not only that, the most amazing part is that you are able to create your own virtual world, not only creating your own virtual world, but you're also able to do business in the virtual world. So it's exciting, and it's an amazing innovation and technology. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that is exciting is that we have seen big companies like Facebook that are participating in this technology. Not only Facebook, Apple, Google, they are all in this technology. they are working towards this new innovation. Timo, I don't know if you have any other simplified definition for metaverse. What will be your definition when it comes to the metaverse? What is metaverse in a simple terms to you and your understanding?
I must admit, Luis, that it seems pretty round, you know, and all included. There's nothing that out of my head that I could add here spontaneously. What I would like to add, though, is something that we have on our awesome YouTube channel that we're right now live on, right? So let me go ahead and take you there. Just a second. I need to find my Zoom, share the screen, and which one do I want to share actually? There it is. GYMSTREET YouTube channel. Now, as you know, we record, for example, all our live webinars. Every week we have a bunch of live webinars. Tuesday, Korean community, German community. Wednesday, the international one that has started since we gathered with the new Philippines community, where we also went there to host our live events in Manila and Davao the past weeks. Then on Fridays, we have the Japanese community. We just recently uploaded that one right before this AMA session, but that's actually not what I want to talk about to you right here. Let's go to the videos overview where you can find all of them. And as you can see, we have awesome animations like our Cash FT Island VR showcase animation. We have video tutorials available for you in different languages. And what we also have here is, let me scroll down a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit. Oh, man, there are so many. Look how many videos we have here on that channel. I can't even find the one I want to show to you now. Here it is, the GYMSTREET Metaverse VR Demo. And Luis, what you just talked about, I think this video pretty much sums it up the best way. And it also gives you a very clear idea of what it actually is that we're up to here at GYMSTREET. And you can also see what it's going to look like when we're ready. Now, this is a prototype. Right now, we're still looking at the advertisement here of a local grocery store called Lidl, but that's not what we want to show you. This is what we want to show you. And it even has city sounds implemented to it. It sounds as if there's construction all around the place and people honking their horns nonstop. But look at that. This is where you talked about exploring, right? Look, as our metaverse expert right here, this is one of our developers, by the way, wearing the VR glasses. And there are two things to show you here. First of all, we can see right here on the screen next to him what he is right now looking at inside his VR glasses. Look, as he is moving his head from left to right, the picture also moves, showing to you that how you're interacting with this world throughout VR technology. And besides, you know, that the awesome look that they're giving to GYMSTREET, our metaverse experts over at ImmersiveX. And by the way, Luis, next week we're having Jordan Markov, the CEO of ImmersiveX, as a special guest again here in our live webinars. Well, I wanted to show you here not only what they're capable of creating, but that from the very beginning, it's already, as you can see here in this demo, it's already integrated with VR. So you can upload GYMSTREET to your VR glasses if you happen to own some, and you can access it that way from day one when it's going to be released. So from the very beginning, this is a vital part that we're actually integrating VR technology into all the development. So it's not like on a flat screen, because, I mean, I don't mean to lift ourselves by putting others down. However, as far as I know, most of the other metaverses out there, especially those connected to blockchain, right? They don't have the VR access fully integrated and made available to their communities yet. In our case, this is going to be available from the very beginning. And if you look at these billboards here on the buildings, this is also one thing that we want to talk about to you here today. And next, let's fast forward just a little bit where he's jumping inside of one of our buildings, which is the vault. And that's ultimately what we're aiming for, to give all our business partners, everyone gets their own unique individual building designed by our metaverse experts, where you will be able to walk inside, and instead of looking at the website and clicking buttons and reading text, you will like dive right into the website. Remember that movie Tron? I think it's a Disney movie, and there was even a sequel or a remake to it where they like somehow magically are like jumping into the computer, and then they're like running around, walking around within the computer circuits, doing lots of stuff there. Or another nice example would be the Ralph movie, you know, this guy. So there's lots of imagination what it looks like within a computer as if you're living inside of it. And that's also kind of what the metaverse has to offer here. Instead of looking at a website on your flat screen, you can dive right into it. And that way, this is again what gets us to our tagline that, by the way, I remember, Luis, you came up with this one: the easiest way to experience finance. The easiest way to experience finance, right? Now let me whoop, 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 whoop.
Felt like you've fallen
Now my video is still playing. I need to turn it off.
Apart, like you're almost in a simulation. It felt like I had done all the traveling and socialization that I want.
So,
Awesome.
the autoplay function. Exactly. This is the only thing that I would have liked, or as I just did, add here to what you just said, which is that we're already there, you know, exploring this world. And I think this is another very important aspect to mention, that whenever you enter it, especially when you're doing it via VR, how it's meant to be, you're in this explorer state, right? You're there, and I mean, there's no better way than to visit one of our live events. Soon we're going to be in Japan again, visiting our community over there. So if you happen to be from Japan, it will be in, I think it was Kyoto this time. We're going to post the details here soon, where it is and what time exactly. However, this will be a chance for you to put on the VR glasses to check out our prototype version for yourself. And it's really something. You're in there looking around, and you're like, you cannot help it. You have to go around and explore, right? Everyone on all the events that I've attended, I've, you know, shown people how to put on the glasses. Or remember when we were at the crypto expo, showing people around, and they were like standing in line. They couldn't wait to put on the VR glasses and to experience it for themselves. And this is what really got everyone. It doesn't matter who you talk to, and someone like people were on the fence: should I get in or not? Do I want to be part of this or not? But the moment they put on the VR glasses and they experienced it for themselves, this is when by 100% every single one so far say, whoa, yes, this is it. Where can I get in? So, and then, you need virtual land. Okay, show me how to get it, right? And this brings us to the next part. Luis, I think you also had some more slides. The virtual land, right, which is the very foundation of every metaverse so far. If you look at Decentraland, if you look at the Sandbox, they're all based on virtual land that you can own. You're owning a piece of that virtual world. But with this, let me hand it back over to you, Luis, to see what else you've got for us today.
Okay, thank you, Timo, for that. We have already seen how it will look like within GYMSTREET, the metaverse. And you might be wondering, and you're watching on YouTube, you're asking yourself, what is really GYMSTREET? What is it all about? Yes, I hear the metaverse and so forth. In simple terms, GYMSTREET is a revolutionary, innovative, and a gateway to the virtual financial district in the metaverse. Simple. So the idea here is to create one of the best financial district in the metaverse that will offer you the power to own a piece of digital asset. Okay, in simple terms, this is a platform that is created to enable you as a user or as an
Oh, seems like we're losing you, Louis, or are you in? Nah, I think we're having connection issues here. Yep, seems like it. Well, that's too bad. Since Louis is currently sharing his screen, this will stop others' screen sharing. Do you want to continue? I will cancel for now. So GYMSTREET is a revolutionary, innovative gateway to the virtual financial district in the metaverse. So this is where Louis left off at the point where it's only connection. I was going to say where technology abandoned him, but it's just a connection issue. So I'm just going to take over here. Unfortunately, I do not have Louis's slides at hand. Doesn't really matter though. What I'm going to do here is the following, which I had also planned to share with you guys. I just need to find the, which date was it? The 29th? Ah, there you are back. We just lost you. The metaverse threw you out, man.
I apologize. We still have a challenge here in South Africa where the electricity just shut up. It just shut off without even notifying you and so forth. Usually we have a schedule, but today they didn't send any schedule. We apologize on that.
Well then, good to have you back.
Awesome, awesome. So I've just connected on my mobile phone. I hope the internet will be fine. All right. Yes. So Timo, were you saying anything there or?
I was going to move over to the other part, but now since you're back, you can just pick up where you left us.
Okay, fantastic. Yes. So I was still talking about the who is GYMSTREET and what is it all about. So GYMSTREET, as I said already, it is it's a financial district in the metaverse. It's not just a one-off. It's not just one-off, but the technology behind it and the development is absolutely outstanding. It's elegant and classic that enables you as an individual to participate or to be one of the pioneers of this revolutionary technology in the blockchain. All right. So it's amazing. It's mind-blowing. It's great. So you might be saying, okay, what can you do to participate? Those are the main questions that people have. How can I participate? How can I be part of this innovation? How can I be amongst the pioneers, right? So the beauty of being amongst the pioneers is that when Bitcoin technology was developed in 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, if you had participated then, you would have been an opportunity today to be amongst one of the billionaires in terms of monetary value, right? So today we have a new technology that we're talking about, which is the metaverse. So you might be asking and saying, how can I participate? How can I be amongst the pioneers of this opportunity, right? So the good thing is that with GYMSTREET, it gives you that opportunity to become one of the pioneers by offering you an opportunity, at least as an entry point, to say, I want to be a digital or a virtual land owner, which is the land parcels. So with GYMSTREET, you have an opportunity to buy yourself land parcels, right? Land parcels. It doesn't mean that tomorrow you will wake up being a billionaire. We are speaking about the Bitcoin technology right now, the blockchain technology that was discovered more than 10 years ago. But those who utilized the opportunity back then, today there are millionaires and billionaires, right? By just having the assets, the digital assets, which is the Bitcoin, and holding it without selling it, without doing anything, trading it, but by just holding it, right? So with GYMSTREET, you have the same opportunity to be amongst the pioneers of metaverse technology, okay? So with GYMSTREET, GYMSTREET offers you one of the first classic products, which is the land passes. With the land passes, it's the beginning. It is your foundation. It is your foundational entry into the metaverse. If you see yourself as a pioneer in this industry, so land parcels are your foundation in the metaverse. So the beginning is to get yourself a piece of land, right? It doesn't matter how much you want, but all it matters is how much are you willing to sacrifice in order to get as much land parcels that you want to enable you to achieve your personal goal, dream, or vision. Okay, so in the next coming 10 years, the question will be, how much do I want to be worthy in the next coming 10 years? How much do you want to be worthy, or your digital assets to be worthy in terms of the land parcels in the next coming 10, 20 years to come, right? So GYMSTREET offers, number one, land parcels, which is an opportunity for you to become a real estate owner in the virtual world. Okay, so GYMSTREET gives you that opportunity, which is one of the products that we have right now, where you have the opportunity to purchase the land parcels and hold it for yourself. Not only that, you might be saying that, what can you utilize these land parcels for? There are a number of advantages that you can use the land parcels for, which is to market or advertise your brand, okay? To market or advertise your brand in the metaverse, which is a new way of advertising that Timo can talk about it the whole night, right? I know I've seen his passion when it comes to this space, when he talks about this new way of advertising, okay? So we have seen Binance advertising on the metaverse, the Decentraland and Sandbox. We have seen other big companies advertising in these platforms, which is a new way of advertising in the metaverse. So ladies and gentlemen, there are many ways you can utilize your virtual land, and not only advertising and marketing. Or before I proceed on that, Timo, can you give us that passion and that enlightenment when it comes to the new way of advertising in the metaverse?
Sure, man, sure. Just let me come over here real quick, find that part in the presentation. So actually, I would like to pick it up from this part right here. So if you allow me to share the screen, and we'll try to keep it short. I mean, there's so much excitement in it. It's difficult. What you just talked about, again, today, when I talked about this during the Japanese webinar, it's something that you need to keep telling the people to help understand. Now, look, we have our office located in Dubai, officially registered in Dubai. That's why it somewhat, makes sense to use this as an example, not only because of that, of course, but also because Dubai, it's a thriving, awesome, lively city. It's only amazing. So it's a place, it's like a must-have seen place. For example, right here on this picture of downtown Dubai, what it looks like today. You see the Burj Khalifa. It's like, help me out here, Luis. I think is it 800 meters high? It's crazy. You can come up here. The highest platform is like 500 meters above ground, and you're standing up there, and you can you can feel how the building moves, you know, with the wind. It's just something. And then you're looking down there on Dubai, I think that area right here around the Burj Khalifa is a Dubai Marina. But anyways, what I actually want to emphasize here is the fact that this place that has developed throughout the past 20 years ago, it was just desert. There was nothing. It was only desert. Could you have imagined, okay, well, on this picture, we can already see a few houses here. I'm just getting, it's 828 meters high, Burj Khalifa. So 800 was remembered it almost right. Back then, this place was only desert. What Luis just talked about, the Bitcoin pioneers. Now, back then, whoever, you know, was able to mine some Bitcoin and hold them until today, they're well off. The question is, would you have been able to hold on to an asset like this for a decade, not knowing if it's going to take off or not? Of course, now it's simple to say in hindsight, you know, oh, this thing went from a few cents to $69,000 in its recent all-time high. Had you just gotten one for 10 cents 10 years ago, it would have made you $69,000. Tax-free, by the way, you know, because you hold it for such a long amount of time. However, here, in only 2 decades, an entire city, you know, got created in the desert. Now, if you were able today to get Doc Emmett Brown from Back to the Future, tell him, hey, get that DeLorean, bring it over here, let me jump in, punch in, you know, the year 2000, kick me out right here, and let me buy a piece of land right there in the desert, knowing that only 2 decades later, it would become so much more valuable only because of what's being built right here. If you had that opportunity, would you use it? Would you take it, right? Would you buy yourself a piece of land in the middle of a desert if you knew that Dubai was going to be created there? I would think, well, yes. I mean, who would say no to this question, right? The only logical answer is, of course, yes. Now, if you project this example into the virtual world, the metaverse, Luis, you said it right. It's yet difficult to imagine, you know, how people are going to actually live in these virtual worlds. But we truly believe, and it's already happening today, actually, if you look at VR user adoption, you know, numbers are going up year over year. It's only a question of time when virtual worlds, metaverse is going to be completely normal, a normal part of our everyday life. If you want to go shopping, you won't have to go out, get in your car, get in the traffic, you know, stressing out about finding a parking space, then having to walk whichever store you want to buy whatever, you know, be it clothes or food or groceries, whatever. You can just put on these glasses, and now the difference is, of course, you can pull out your phone and scroll through some websites and fill your shopping cart there already today too. But now we get back to that tagline, the easiest way to experience finance. And that's what makes a difference. We're now diving in. We're at the point where we will become able to merge the real world and the virtual world. And this is what Metaverse combined with VR technology allows us. And that's what makes a virtual world. Now, Dubai, can you imagine that if you bought a piece of land back here, what it will be worth today, you know, in that area where downtown Dubai developed? Imagine you owned, you know, that portion or that part right here, and those buildings, you were the one to build these buildings there, to put them there out of your creativity, because you're like, I'm owning a part of this mega city and I'm owning this land parcel. I have the option to put these buildings there because I I love doing this, right? Being creative and that way express yourself, but also to participate in the growth of value and also to participate in the generated revenue. People are coming here for vacation, they're spending money, you know, for things in Dubai, they're, you know, riding taxis and so on. There are many examples that one could use here, projected into the virtual world. It's going to be about advertising, which we will talk about in a second. I just want to emphasize the fact that you have the chance now today to get in that DeLorean, to travel back in time, to secure yourself your piece of land right here in the desert, knowing, I mean, those people who bought it back then, they could not have known. They could anticipate, of course, but there was no guarantee for them that downtown Dubai would once exist. Now that we know, it's easy to say it in hindsight, right? So in our case, we are offering you the opportunity to get that piece of desert, knowing for sure that downtown Dubai is going to be created here. But in the metaverse, in GYMSTREET, the first financial district in the metaverse, it's not going to take a decade or two. It's going to take just 1 year from now. Our schedule says second quarter 2024. Give it a little bit of buffer, maybe third quarter, but next year we are going to release the full interactive 3D virtual world that will be fully accessible via VR technology. We've just shown you the prototype here a few minutes ago, right? And now one of the use cases that's going to be available for you, imagine what makes Dubai such a valuable place. If you were to just own one apartment, let's say in this building here at the front, it's probably worth more today than what someone had to pay for an entire, you know, land plot back then 20 years ago, right? Nowadays, you would be glad if you could afford just one apartment for the same amount you might have been able to buy a complete piece of land back then. So that's, again, the offer that we're making here today. That's the opportunity that you have today to secure yourself a complete piece of land in a virtual world where we're creating the first financial district, and the value is coming from you, our community, the user, the people who gather in this virtual world. They are the one that make it valuable. Look at this. Downtown Dubai, super impressive, amazing place. Imagine no one's there. Is it still valuable? Not really sure about that. But also that millions of people, you know, are coming here, driving around. It's active and lively. That's what makes an amazing place like that actually valuable. And in our case, we are already growing with our community. We have 30,000 website visitors per month at the moment with a 15% monthly growth rate. The sandbox, they're already looking at 1.7 million. That's also the goal that we're going for, to make it at least 1 million visitors by next year. And that's why we're working hard to grow our community. Everyone who joins GYMSTREET also has the opportunity to make use of our integrated affiliate system to help us grow as a community. And by doing so, you can earn a commission from all the revenue that's being generated here at GYMSTREET. So affiliate marketing, one of the best growth models actually out there, because it allows you to leverage, you know, the community itself, those who are actually interested in being a part of this place, to bring more people inside and to let them earn a share, you know, from the generated revenue here along the way. So that's what we're doing. But after that, we need to add more use cases. What can you do with your land? Besides that, you can, you know, put buildings there, make it look the way you want it to. If you own a business yourself, you can advertise your business on your own land parcel. You can also offer your products in the virtual world later on. If you're just a regular, you know, participant, community member, and you just want to be a part of this, there's also going to be ways for you to participate in the revenue making process. And one of them, and that's where I get excited now, even more excited, is advertising. You see all these billboards right here. Imagine how you're walking around your city. You're just going from A to B. Have you ever recognized these? I'm sure that you have, Luis. At least I recognize them all over the place. Doesn't matter if you're walking down the street, if you're going, you know, on the subway, or if you're driving down the highway, you see them everywhere. right? Over here in Germany, it's actually not that bad per se. In other countries, when I'm going to Turkey, for example, I recognize them even more. Now, in the metaverse, it's the same thing. Companies are willing to spend money to put their advertisement on billboards. In any city, the more people are, if it's in a crowded place, of course, it's a lot more expensive. If you're a business advertising or putting your advertisement on a billboard, knowing that the place is crowded, does it mean that you're actually hitting your target audience? Who knows? Of course, there is like by the law of randomness, or what you call this, right? So if you throw your ad at 1 million people, one or two, you will probably get law of probability. You will probably get a few hits there. In our case, they're not throwing it at a million people. Well, later on they will, but they're throwing it at 1 million people that are actually interested. Can you imagine how much more valuable someone that is just looking at your ad becomes if you know that they have an actual interest in looking at your ad, right? That's why if you use Google advertisement, for example, it's quite expensive because the more specific you make your keywords and so on, or the broader, I don't know when you pay more. The only thing is that the more specific you make it, the more valuable the people that are looking at it are going to become for you. That's why Facebook advertising is so attractive, because you have all these possibilities, to go through to say which sort of interests you are targeting and so on, so you can sort them out to somewhat predefine who is going to see your advertisement. And that's the same thing here. So we are building the financial district in the metaverse. We're building a community. People are gathering here that are looking for such kind of products. They want to learn about decentralized finance, blockchain, cryptocurrency, but it's also the goal to onboard traditional finance companies to offer their products to our metaverse users. But for these companies, it becomes so much more valuable to put their ads on these billboards in the metaverse, knowing that they're going to be seen by a community who are actually here because they're interested in such kinds of products. And if you put on your VR glasses and you walk around this place in GYMSTREET, you're looking at these billboards, chances are that there's something here that you might actually be interested in, and you will be glad that you became aware about these products by looking at these advertisements. Therefore, it's actually a win-win situation for both parties. So what we're doing here with GYMSTREET, we are bringing together both parties. The business partners who have to offer financial products and the community who is interested in learning about these products. So the community is valuable to the business partners, but they're also valuable to the community. Now, of course, everyone who wants to advertise here is going to pay for it, right? One way or the other, be it by renting this billboard from the actual owner. So if you own a land parcel, you can place your building here. You can then add these billboards to your buildings, and then you can offer your billboards to our business partners to rent ad space from you. And that way you will generate a revenue stream, a stream of revenue for yourself. So you're not only owning a piece of land in a virtual world that's going to grow in value over time, that you might eventually sell at a much higher price than you are getting it for today. Since we're at the very beginning, we have to sell it at low prices. We don't yet have, that reach. Like if you go to the sandbox, you will not find a single land parcel under $1,000. Not one. Right here, you're getting it at $116. A few years ago, Sandbox also available for $100. Not anymore. You can search as much as you want. I would bet, I have done some research, maybe I haven't seen it, but I would dare to bet that you will not be able to find one single land parcel in the Sandbox for less than $1,000 anymore. And that's the value is going to go up, right? With our parcel price index, you're also already guaranteed that the price is going to go up, that it will grow in value. Apart from that, you get the virtual miners that generate GYMNet tokens as rewards for you. Just put the miner on your virtual land. You don't even have to put it there. You buy your land or your super bundle in the dashboard, you claim it, you activate it, there you go. You already start earning these rewards before you even have to build anything there. So while you're waiting for our developers to create, to develop, and to bring the virtual world to life, you can already start generating revenue from your own land. So it pays for itself. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now, you can just imagine what's going to become possible here. Also with technology evolving and so on. So in a few years, we might not even have to put on these like thick VR glasses anymore. It might just become, they look exactly like what I have sitting here on my nose right now. Just you're looking through it. I think this is now called augmented reality. This is then going to be the next step. So you're just wearing very lightweight glasses and you can project the virtual world into the real world. But I'm already one step further, right? So for you guys, what's important to know, there's going to be a bunch of use cases that is going to be added to GYMSTREET to allow you to participate and earn a share of the generated revenue right here. We already have it today. You have the miners, the global line. You get a global line position, you will start earning commissions from everyone else who joins after you, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, down to the second. The moment someone joins after you and they purchase an NFT, 4% of that purchase amount is allocated to the global line, and you will receive your share depending on the number of shares that you have according to your own purchase. So you can earn commissions from everyone else who joins after. That's a revenue stream. You have the virtual miners. That's a revenue stream. Soon we're going to add the opportunity for you to place advertisements there or to rent your land parcels to others who want to use yours for advertisement. So that's yet another revenue stream. And with every new product that we're going to add, we are going to keep building and coming up with new sources of revenue and ways for you to earn a share of the overall revenue generating process here at GYMSTREET. All right, Luis, I think that was enough excitement for now. Let me stop sharing my screen. We're already almost 1 hour in, but once we get started, it's hard to stop, man. It's just too much to be excited about. Now, just a second. I think my son's just coming back from his school trip. Darf ich hier noch fertig werden und dich danach in dein eigenes Zimmer kommen lassen? You cannot even see him because of the background right here. All right, Luis.
Okay.
Now, let's finish up what you still have there. I think you had one slide showing next week's special guest, Jordan Markov.
Yeah, you already spoke about this, so I will not touch on it, and you have already covered this part. So let's move on to what else? What else with GYMSTREET? What's there? What is it with GYMSTREET? What we have, what we offer, what are other products? Is it all about the virtual land and having your own virtual office space or building? What else is there? We have one of the amazing products with GYMSTREET, which is CashFT, the debit card. And Timo has already received his own debit card, whereby you'll be able to spend his cryptocurrencies. In the last weeks, I used to say, when the boom market is coming, and when the boom market has come, how do you plan or how do you intend to spend your crypto or currencies, right? So with CashFT, the NFT lifestyle debit card, it allows you to spend your digital currencies at ease, right? So with this card, you're able to swipe with any shop or do your online shopping, or also to withdraw cash on certain ATMs across the world, okay? So with this card, is available within GYMSTREET, and you are able to use it and buy it right now. If you are a cryptocurrency holder, or if you are a global entrepreneur, this is an opportunity for you to get this debit card for yourself and even for your business associates, in order for you to be able to spend your cryptocurrencies, not only cryptocurrencies, your dollar, your euro, your pound, or your yen at your fingertip. So this is an amazing product that we have right now, and each and everyone who has already ordered this card, some of them have already received, and some of us are still waiting for this debit card to reach our doorstep. So it doesn't matter where you are. You might be in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, or in wherever you are, you have the opportunity to order this card. Unfortunately, United States is not yet opened up for this debit card. So wherever you are, please make sure that you order this card and have it at your fingertip. And I've spoken to to some leaders that have already started to transact or use the debit card to pay for their bills, or to withdraw cash from the ATM, and even make some online payments. It is seamlessly easy to use if you understand what to do in your dashboard. So ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing product here. It's not only the Metaverse products, which is the virtual land and so forth, what you can do with the virtual land, but also we have a real debit card that will enable you to use your digital assets in your real world. Okay, so it's a bit of a balance, Timo. When I look at it, there is a balance to say you can utilize the digital world or digital assets, and at the same time you can use your digital assets in your real world with this debit card. So ladies and gentlemen, we have this card available for you, and you are able to order it at any given time right now. You might be saying, what else? It's not all, but we have so much more that is taking place with GYMSTREET and Gym Network. At the moment, we have one of the promotions that are running across, is ending today. Actually, this promotion is ending today on the 31st of March. Is the end of this promotion, whereby you are getting an extra discount of 5% as of today. When it started at 8% 4 days ago, but today it's only at 5% more discount, which is a good giveaway. I used to study a lot on how the millionaires conduct, or the habits of millionaires. Millionaires, they've got a tendency of finding ways to make sure that they reduce their spending, right? They reduce their spending. So you have an opportunity also today, in the next few hours, to at least reduce your spending on acquiring the land parcels in GYMSTREET by 5% extra discount. So ladies and gentlemen, here there is an amazing opportunity for you to earn or to own your own digital or virtual land at an discounted extra price of 5% on all our super bangles that you find on the dashboard of GYMSTREET. So ladies and gentlemen, that's not all, but also we have so much more that is taking place and coming within GYMSTREET. You might be saying, is it everything that you spoke about? Is it everything that is taking place with GYMSTREET? But there is something more for you. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, also there are new updates, and I will give to Timo. Timo, tell us more about this update on the NFT claim fees that is coming this weekend.
Yeah, that's a simple one. Actually, can be summed up in just one sentence, or maybe two or three. So right now, as you know, when you're purchasing a super bundle, let's say the big one, the R22, that consists of 90 land parcels with 360 miners, 25 upgrades, and then you want to claim your land and miners. Currently, it's still the case that on the smart contract, you have to pay the transaction fees for every NFT that's included in one of these in these super bundles, which sums up quite a bit, so that you end up having to pay, I don't know, 0.4 or something BNB just to claim the included NFTs. Now, if you put it in perspective to the price of the super bundle, it's still not that much. However, it's of course, considering that it's only for claiming the NFTs, for paying for the transaction fees on the blockchain, it's a little bit annoying, let's call it that. So our developers, they sat down and sort out solutions how to get rid of the high fees, or the fees aren't high, but they become high because of the high amount of NFTs included in the super bundles. So they sought out ways, and they found a solution that's going to be implemented this coming weekend. It's planned to take place on Sunday. We're going to inform about it in our Telegram groups and the channel, of course. So after that update, whenever you purchase NFTs within the GYMSTREET platform, regardless if it's 1 land parcel, 10 or 100, it doesn't matter. You're just going to pay transaction fees for 1 NFTs, right? So that's the way it's going to work. And the idea behind it is that that 1 NFT consists or includes the information about the entire amount of NFTs that you're owning. So with all the coordinates on the map and so on, when you claim them, it's all recorded and written into that 1 NFT. And therefore, the claiming fees are drastically reduced compared to how it's now. So that's going to be a huge advantage, of course. And the other, which is not mentioned here, is that we also found a solution to get rid of connection issues that we're having with MetaMask and people using Trust Wallet to connect to the platform. So that's going to be the next huge update. But for now, that's what we're looking forward to reduce the claim fees for the land and miners.
Amazing. Thank you, Timo. And as we're already looking forward to the developments and the growth of the metaverse in the blockchain technology, we are slowly but also adopting the multi-chain idea, whereby we will be having Polygon being part of the ecosystem, whereby if you are a Polygon lover, you'll be able to participate within GYMSTREET in terms of purchasing the land passes and the miners, and also doing whatever you want to do within the ecosystem of GYMSTREET. And the amazing news that we have today is the fact that next week we will be hosting Jordan, the CEO of IMFX. He will be live on our Zoom meetings from Tuesday up to Friday. So please make sure that you don't miss any of these sessions, regardless of the language translation, the language differences. But Timo will be doing the presentation, so you can learn much more and you can hear. Jordan also speaks in English. So if you have that time, you can create time to join the Zoom presentation. And not only with this part, but also we have an amazing opportunity to learn more about what happens behind the scenes in the development of this technology. Timo, anything to add up on this part?
No, not really. Thank you, Luis. Just make sure you join. This is an amazing session. If you haven't met Jordan yet, you definitely must visit on Wednesday, 1300 UTC. Depending on which time zone that you're in, make sure that you join us live. If you cannot join us live, of course, all these webinars are being recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel so that you can always come back and rewatch them at your whenever you're comfortable.
Awesome. Thank you, Timo, and thank you everyone for joining us today. We had an amazing, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. And remember, it's all about growing on a day-to-day basis. The key is to have the knowledge and at the same time implementing what you have learned and taking action towards that in order to create your goals and your dreams, your desires. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite you once more time to follow us on all our social medias. And as you are watching us on YouTube today, I will kindly advise you to share or to subscribe first, and click that subscribe button. And not only that, please go to Facebook, share, subscribe, follow us on all these social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We are there so that you can stay updated, and not only on these social medias, also on Telegram. Just scan the code that you are seeing that on the screen, and follow us, and all the social medias on the link tree. You'll find us there. So please follow us and make sure that you stay updated and in the know-how what's taking place within GYMSTREET, because with this technology, it's moving fast like the speed of light. So we encourage you to stay in touch and be with us as we are building towards this beautiful and amazing innovation. So Timo, what are your last words on anything to say to the users this afternoon?
I think that's been quite a bit of information for today. So let's call it a day. The next meeting is actually right around the corner. So it's another crazy day, hopping from meeting from one to the next. Thank you all for participating in this live session. Of course, as we already talked about, you can always come back and rewatch it, or just jump to those parts that are particularly interesting for you. Our mods, they're always doing a great job of applying timestamps to allow you to jump to that section and to listen to the information that you want to learn more about in detail. So make sure to make use of that. And as Louis said, of course, follow us all across social media. And today you still have the chance to grab that plus 5% extra discount opportunity. In the case of our largest super bundle R22, it means that you're getting more than 60% extra discount, more than 60%. So more than half the price, or less, the other way around, it's less than half the price than what you would normally pay for the included amount of 90 land parcels, 360 miners, 25 upgrades. And remember, the value is most likely, of course, there's always a little chance that things might be completely wrong. We will hit this thing against the wall, but that's not what we're here for, you know. That's not why Immersive X is putting in days and nights to create this wonderful virtual world here and to make things happen together with GYMSTREET. So from that perspective, chances are that the value only knows one direction. Look at Decentraland, look at the sandbox, you know, just to take some examples, to get some perspective. You will hardly find any other metaverse, or at least those two, you will hardly find a land parcel below $1,000, and we're just at 116 at the very beginning. It's as if you were buying Bitcoin at 10 cents, you know, a decade ago. So that's your piece of land in the desert, knowing that downtown Dubai is coming into existence within just 1 year.
Thank you, Timo. Thank you so much. And as you were talking today, I'm thinking of Dr. John. He usually says that your decisions determine your destiny. So today, as you are speaking today, I'm thinking of the decisions that I made when I heard about Bitcoin, and looking at Bitcoin where it is today, they determined my destiny today. So regardless of what I did then, but today I have an opportunity to make a decision to create my future. So as you are watching us today, GYMSTREET user, or you are just here to listen and to know more about GYMSTREET and the metaverse, your decision will determine your destiny in the next 5, 10 years, and 20 years to come. So you have an opportunity today to make a decision that will propel you towards your goal, or the decision that will keep you in your position where you are today. And thank you so much for joining us today, this afternoon. We are looking forward again to seeing you next week, same place, same time. And not only that, remember, the bottom is ever crowded, is forever crowded, and you deserve to be at the top. You belong to the top. Looking forward to seeing you at the top where you belong. Have an amazing and incredible week.